Alrighty. What's up, everybody? It is I, once again, your tribal god of extreme, Peter Joseph here, for video number 2 on your Saturday afternoon, March the 21st, 2026. Thank you once again for watching this particular video, once again, on Metal God 669. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video and hit that subscribe button right now. And that's that. And don't forget to hit the bell as well. And hit the bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. That's that. But as always, when we talk serious on this channel, ladies and gentlemen, we don't need to do the fancy intros. But if you're here for the first time, welcome to the channel. I do have some music-related videos. It is a metal channel, but I have some concert footage and some album reviews and stuff like that with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and all the other good shit. But the other half of my channel is tribute videos, not for clout, and they are tribute videos to the faithful departed in the world of wrestling, sports, movies, music, TV, politics, stuff like that. So, if you like it, great, then get off the channel. Suppose that. And that's that. Alright, I've done a few videos this week on the channel. Phil Campbell of Motorhead, I just did a video on that. Yesterday, I did a video on Chuck Norris. Check out my last video, link down below in the description box. Just did a video for Nicholas Brendan Xander from Buffy, passed away last night. But, as they say, death comes in threes. Well, technically this will be number 5 because we lost Kiki Shepard as well this week. She's from Showtime The Apollo, so we lost her. But I found out this news from my good buddy Will Rowley Sport Rowley. Thank you for that. And it's with sadness I have to do another tribute video. This time in the world of professional wrestling. And last night, but we found out the news today. But last night we lost a tag team legend. This man has wrestled in the 70s, the 80s, was part of, I believe, one of the greatest 80s tag teams, and the original Midnight Express. And we already know, already lost Bobby Eaton years ago, but his partner, Dennis Condrey, has passed away last night at the age of 74 years old. So, the original Midnight Express are now up there in heaven in that big wrestling ring in the sky. And we all know we have, I believe we still have Stan Lane, he's still alive somewhere. And we know Jim Cornette, he's still around. But the original Midnight Express, Dennis Condrey and beautiful Bobby Eaton are now up there in heaven, tag teaming against a lot of great tag teams up there. But we move on. Anyway, let me read the story from CageSideSeats.com. I can read it from anywhere, but it just shows this one. The news that one of the all-time great tag team wrestlers died first came from one of today's prominent tag team specialists. Dax the Axe Hardwood of FTR shared the news last night that Midnight Express Dennis Condrey has passed away. PW Insider confirmed the report, adding that Condrey's death occurred earlier Friday evening. So we lost Xander from Buffy and Dennis Condrey pretty much last night while we were watching SmackDown. Anyway, Condrey rose to fame in the 1970s wrestling out of Tennessee, offered for Jerry Jarrett. That's Jeff Jarrett's dad, we all know that. While Loverboy Condrey had success as a singles wrestler, he was a staple of the tag team scene even before founding his most famous team, which was the Midnight Express. Winning multiple territories belts with Phil Hickerson as the Bicentennial Kings. In 1980, Condrey formed the first version of the Midnight Express, not the one we know, but the way old Midnight Express with Norville, Austin, and Randy Rhodes, not Randy Rhodes, not guitar player, Randy Rhodes. After dissolving that group, jumping to Bill Watts' Mid-South Wrestling, Condrey joined forces with beautiful Bobby Eaton and manager Jim Cornette to form the original Midnight Express, which we all know and love today. The heel duo would tar and feather, they beat the fuck out of him, Magnum TA, while winning a feud for the Mid-South Tag Team belts with TA's partner, Mr. Wrestling number 2. I don't even know who Mr. Wrestling number 2 was under the mask. I forget. But anyway, that's when Mr. Wrestling 2 turned on him. And they moved into a rivalry with the legendary Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton and Robbie Gibson, that would define tag team wrestling in the 80s. You thought that the Road Warriors, when they came in the mid to late 80s, Derek Gray, the Steiners later on, there were so many great 80s tag teams. The British Bulldogs, the Hart Foundation, Strike Force later on. I know I'm saying that's weird, but, the Horsemen, the Four Horsemen, the Andersons, Ole and Arn, Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson, the Brainbusters later on. Great tag teams. Amazing time to be a tag team wrestler. Tag team, you love tag team wrestling, the 80s and early 90s, and then the late 90s and the 2000s with the Usos and the New Day and the Dudleys and, so many. It was just a great time to be watching tag team wrestling. Nowadays, not so much, but got some good tag teams. The Hardys are still around. The Usos and the New Day is still around, but not many great tag teams that you can say, oh, that's a great tag team. But it is what it is. Condrey left the Midnight Express in 1987, briefly jumped to the AWA, where he reunited with his original Midnight Express partner, Randy Rose. They jumped to WCW the following year, bringing in Paul Heyman, as their manager. The feud with 2/3 of his other Midnight's team, Jim Cornette, Sweet Stan Lane, and beautiful Bobby Eaton. And that led to the Midnight Express versus the old Midnight Express versus the new Midnight Express. Was a hot commodity for Jim Crockett's new Fed, WCW, /NWA. But management changes and bad blood from Condrey's exit from Jim Crockett Promotions, that's Mid-South, led to its abrupt end, and Condrey again leaving the Jim Crockett promotion. Continued to wrestle on the independent scene until 2011, and appeared in AEW for a tribute to FTR and CM Punk back in 2023. He was also on a couple episodes of Ring of Honor TV. So we get that. Our hearts go out to Condrey's family, friends, and anyone missing him. Today, Dax Hard put out a GoFundMe page, started for his friend and mentor. And it says, Dennis Condrey is one half the greatest tag team of all time, the Midnight Express. For years, they brought excitement and entertainment to millions of people. However, as great as he was in the ring, it doesn't hold a candle to the human being he was. A sweet, God-fearing man who loved in big letters, loved his wife, Teresa. With her permission, I've opened this GoFundMe to help with funeral expenses and bills that she now has to take on her own. She didn't ask for this. I asked in his honor, could I do this for him? She allowed me to do this for Dennis and her, but is expecting absolutely nothing but love in return. If Dennis Condrey and the Midnight Express ever brought any amount of joy to your life and you're able to help, please do. If not, it's absolutely okay. Please send all your thoughts and prayers to Teresa Condrey in her time of need. Godspeed, Loverboy Dennis Condrey. That's the from the GoFundMe page. So any amount of money you can give to the GoFundMe is greatly appreciated for Teresa with the funeral expenses, because they're a lot of money. But like Dax said, if you can't, it's okay. Just remember his the memories and, him being a great tag team specialist. And just send Teresa your thoughts and prayers and condolences. And that's what I'm going to be doing. That's that. But just another, loss in the world of professional wrestling. And, another hit to my childhood. Pretty much. I mean, losing Xander from Buffy, because I grew up watching Buffy in the late 90s, early 2000s. That was a shock. And today, losing Dennis Condrey, watching Mid-South Wrestling, really pretty much the NWA, WCW days of the Midnight Express. But I did see Dennis Condrey in the AWA with Randy Rose, the old school, not the new Midnight Express before, the feud between him and Bobby Eaton and Sweet Stan Lane and stuff like that. That was an epic match, by the way, in WCW back in the 90s. Having Paul Heyman as their manager, that's incentive enough. The Wise Man, the Oracle, whatever you want to call him. But, just a great man, and, sad that last time we actually saw him on TV was that FTR Punk thing in 2023. And he, like I said, he did a few episodes of Ring of Honor, which was nice to see him in Ring of Honor. But today we lost a great legend in Loverboy Dennis Condrey. And as always, I like to take a sip from whatever I got. This time I got some cherry Coke, and because I had some Powerade Orange, and I switched it because I want a little kick before I have to go out in about an hour or so. So anyway, Dennis Condrey, you are a great man. Thank you for my childhood. Thank you for all the memories in the original Midnight Express and all the good days in the 80s, early 90s. He looked great in 2023. You didn't think he was like 74 years old. He probably could still go, maybe, but, that time, like 3 years ago, he was 71 years old, but he looked great, though, when they had that tribute to the Midnight Express. He looked great. Sucks that Bobby Eaton passed away years prior to that, and it would have been nice to see Stan Lane there, too. I don't think we did see him, but it is what it is. So anyway, Dennis Condrey, rest in peace, sir, and tag teaming up there with beautiful Bobby once again. The Midnight Express rose again up there in heaven. So to Bobby Eaton and Dennis Condrey, the Midnight Express, one of my favorite tag teams in the 80s. Here's to you guys. Alright, we end it there. Alright, so leave me your thoughts and opinions about Dennis Condrey of the original Midnight Express. If you have any memories watching him on TV, put it down below in the comments section. Hit that like button. That's pretty much it. If you dislike the video, you have no heart, and I hope karma comes to get you. That's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I gotta get ready to get out of here. I am going out to live my goddamn life and have fun with that. And you should too, on a Saturday afternoon, March the 21st, 2026. Live your life, and don't worry about anything else. That's pretty much it. Alright, thanks guys for watching. Until next time, God bless you all. Live life one day at a time, because we never know when our last day will come. We don't have that thing like the Nickelback video. We don't have Dragon Balls to resurrect us and stuff like that. Fountain of Youth. We don't have a genie that can grant us eternal life and stuff like that. But if we did, everybody would be living to like 300 years old or something like that. But can't do that. We gotta face reality that when God calls our number, whatever number it is, we have to get up there and do it. But even if we don't want to, and we lose all our loved ones, and But at least we have the memories that we make every single day. That's the good thing about that. That's the good thing about life. You make memories every single day with your friends and family, and then once you go, you remember the good times. You don't remember so many of the bad times, but you remember the good times you had with your friends and family, and those that you've seen on TV, music videos, concerts, stuff like that. Remember the good times, and it sucks after a while. You think about it after their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 year anniversary. But you still have the great memories. You listen to the great music. You watch some matches and stuff like that. It's, to get you through it. But it is what it is. Life sucks, When people die, it's just hard. Sometimes it's hard to get through. We just lost Ozzy almost a year ago, guys, and Hulk Hogan as well. And it's coming up in pretty much 4 months from now, the 1 year anniversary of Hulk Hogan and Ozzy Osbourne's death. So we'll see what happens with that. Alright, I'm out of here, guys. I will be back later tonight with your AEW Dynamite review. We'll talk about SmackDown probably tomorrow, along with AEW Dynamite and Collision, and maybe TNA either late Sunday, or probably Monday afternoon sometime. So a little bit backed up because I do have a life, so I gotta try to get as much as I can done before I live my life and go out and enjoy my life. But the videos will be coming. Don't worry, guys. That's not pretty much it. All right. I have to get out of here, guys. Thanks for watching, and until next time, God bless you all. God bless Dennis Condrey, Nicholas Brendan from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Phil Campbell, Motorhead, and Kiki Shepard, and the great man that he is, Chuck Norris. All those people in heaven who pass away this week. And hopefully, we don't get any more major people dying in the next 9 months, basically. Because we got 9 months and change to the end of the year, so we never know who's next. We never know, and it could be shocking. It could just come out of the, it's gonna happen. But so just gotta take each day as it comes and see what happens. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time. God bless you all. Peace.